So today we're going to go for a big tour around the island and we've come for a breakfast here. Well, I can only say what a stupendous breakfast for €4.95. Put a smile on Owen Dawes' face.
I don't know if I'll eat it all.
She'll eat it. Right, we're heading to La Queta. Where is it, Owen Dawes?
La Caleta de Famara.
La Caleta de Famara. I'm good tonight. And there's a few old white caps on the sea. Today we're having a bit of a cruise around Lanzarote. We don't know, I think there's the Kalima that was a very slight one knocking about is gone, I think. But yeah, we'll do a bit of video going over around Lanzarote. Here we are at Caleta de Famara, where they do a lot of kite surfing and surfing generally. And the wind, it's not a big wind for Lanzarote, but it's so warm. It's obviously coming off the Sahara, I reckon, and hence there was a hint of a Kalima in the last couple of days. So we go for down there, Owen Dawes. Let's go down here. I'll walk off some of that sumptuous breakfast she made me have. Yeah, be careful if you come here, you think you can just drive off the edge. It's a bit of an edge to drive off. Oh well, it's a place to store your rubble. So you can see a bit more of the wilder side of Lanzarote. Look at that cliff over there. And the sea, it's windy, but you know, not like it can get. You can be here and the waves will be splashing over here like you wouldn't believe. But if you do come to Lanzarote on holiday, please don't just sit around your pool and soak up the sun. That's okay, it's your holiday, you do what you want, but you're missing so much if you don't get out and about. And the one good thing about the Canaries and Lanzarote in particular, car hire is so reasonable, and I would recommend you hire a car from the airport. You go with Auto Racing, you get no silly business with them, they don't try and upsell other stuff. You just get a car, and a lovely car, and you can get out and see beautiful Lanzarote. Nothing wrong with sitting by the pool if that's what you want to do, but I think you just miss out so much. But of course we're all different, and each to their own. Owen Dawes is certainly different, mad as a bag, well as a barking dog, waiting for their owner to have a swim. And there's a nice little beach here, look, you can get in and have a dip. Again, you'd need your shoes, I think. One of the things about the beaches here, there can be sharper rocks underneath it, so a pair of water shoes is advisable. We've got what would be usable as a bit of a slipway there into this little harbour. It's a bit wishy and washy. Perhaps on a calmer day we'd have to move quick. Right, so if you've watched any of our other videos from this trip, to put it into context, that's the coast there of Lanzarote in the mountains, and that over there is La Graciosa, and the viewing point or mirador is over there. It's a different angle of La Graciosa, which we were on at the boat trip to in one of the earlier videos of this trip. God, the wind has got up. As nice as Owen Dawes said, this isn't known as a kite surfing and surfing place, mainly over there on the beach for nothing. Yeah, wind is getting up. Very quiet here, not much to do. A nice little beach with a very secluded little dip-in swimming area. It's all under the wind as well, how lovely. We won't go in and save our swim for later. We try and have a swim every day. I think we've achieved it all bar one. Right, we're on, as Owen Dawes put it, uncharted territory today. I don't think we've ever been down this road, and for coming to Lanzarote probably 15 times or more, it's quite remarkable. But we're going along this road, heading towards the mountains and the volcanoes, and I think we're heading to a place called Soo, which is S-O-O. Yeah, very hot day today, 28% in the car, and it's a really warm breeze out there. Right, well, we're going along more, and as Owen Dawes said, we're in the desert, El Jabal. It certainly is like the desert. I'm sure you'll see with the wind and stuff over there that this sand over time has blown in from the Sahara. You know, drop down on the island. It takes a long while, but there it is. Once it's here, I'm sure it's here to stay. Right, well we've now left Sue, and we're heading even more into the dust-blowing desert and the death-heat mountains ahead. I think we're heading towards the Camels at some point. Is that right, Owen?
At some point, not quite yet.
It says there's a cow. I haven't seen a cow yet anywhere.
Never.
Never seen an old cow. Not in Lanzarote. Right, some more of the general scenery as you drive around Lanzarote. It does look particularly dry and bleak this year. You know, it's so much hotter than we thought it was going to be. But still, not complaining. Well, we're travelling now a bit through some of the growing areas with the black ash where they grow stuff, and they made the little walls out of the lava. Again, must have been staggering amounts of work. They're all very interesting. They grow little vine leaves in a lot of these and other stuff. I don't think we've been here where we have seen some crops, but allegedly that black ash is really good for growing in. Right, so we now managed to get ourselves to Famara National Park, which obviously is the park of the volcanoes. We won't go up to the volcano because that's an excursion you have to pay.
We've done it before.
We've done it before many times. If you do come here and you haven't done it, it really is well worth it. You'll see where they cook food over the volcano and light stuff by the heat of the earth. And you get a little bus trip. Always remember the bus trip is included when you go up there, because it's not always obvious, but well worth a visit. It's some water and hopefully clean the windscreen a bit, so you can see a bit more of what the road is like as we go along in the lava field of the national park. Yeah, we're indoors has chosen gone the wrong way. We don't know where we are, but yeah, a nice ride around the national park. We were looking for the donks or the camels.
We're clearly on the wrong road.
Oh, I think we're on the wrong road. We don't know where we are, but it's certainly interesting. Here are the little wells and the ducks that the vine leaves go in. Vine leaves. The grapevine plants. We're still driving along, and we seem to have got ourselves into the main wine growing area where you can actually come here and visit the bodegas, I think is what they're called, bodegas. You can see here there's two coming up on either side of the road, and you can see again where they grow all the wine, all the Spanish wine from Lanzarote. More of the massive wine growing area. I do like this area. It's lovely for a drive, really quite interesting. I don't know if I'd like to walk around in it. Lead not. Seeing some splashes of colour because we've now got to our indoors namesake of a village named after her indoors village name of Ugga. It's the crossroads of Ugga. Nowhere to her indoors.
Straight on.
Straight on, I think. She should know it's her village. Well, we navigated the Yitza and we're now going to Playa Blanca via Famara indoors.
No, we're not going to go to Playa Blanca. We're going to Famara.
Well, I don't know where we're going. I'm just driving. We're going to Famara. This is the way we should have been, not the way she got us in a muddle.
No, this is the way we would have been coming out.
This is the way we would have been coming out, but this is the way we're coming in. Because someone got in a muddle because they couldn't read the map. Oh dear. Now approaching, oh, get it in gear, boy, get it in gear. We're now approaching the Famara National Park sign with the devil that looks like it's got a big willy, but it's his tail. And ahead of us are the huge volcanoes from the eruption. You don't want anything erupting. Rocked up here as we always do when we come to Lanzarote at what we call the donks, or of course the camel ride. And they take you up there on a foul-tempered, stinky, spitting camel. Foul-tempered, spitting, stinking creature, much like her indoors. tartlets here though, if you're from Suffolk. We call them tartlets. Tartlets. Mixed hand washing. Very nice tartlets. Don't want to film in the tartlet. I don't know how far you go up there, but a decent way, I think. Another lovely roundabout. They do have lovely roundabouts on Lanzarote. This is we call the Camels. So you can see why we call that the Camels roundabout. Answers on a postcard. Well, we've rocked up here where we were going to have a swim, but look at that. I don't think we're going to try and get in there anytime soon. You'd get washed, dunked and scraped on the rocks. This is a great pity because we love that little swimming place. But we'll go back to our beach and have a nice swim there. What do you reckon now indoors? Are you going to plop in there?
I'm not putting in there.
She's not plopping in there,
I'm
she
guessing
says.
that's why there's no one else there. There usually is.
But it's still, as you can see, I think, from the shadows and the sun, quite an incredible day here on Lanzarote. Not much wind at all, really. And this is now the very end of November 2024. Just incredible. I wish I could describe how warm it was, but it's just lovely. You know, some would say a little bit too hot, but for all those jet skis out there, you don't see them hired much over here. Some nice ribs up there. Of course, I've already bought a new boat from Boat World when we've been on this holiday. Should be delivered on Monday. Bought the Cruiser 380. Let's hope that's a good one. Cats having the nice lays in the shade. They're pretty ones, yeah, big. And this is a place where they do a heck of a lot of scuba diving on the island. Both sort of lessons and so on, and hire equipment. But a fair few people like these people here seem to come with their own equipment. But a heck of a lot of people dive here. I snorkel a lot and I would like to dive, but my goodness, when you see the amount of kit that a diver has to take, it's just staggering. And you start to realise why when people talk about ribs, places like Ribnet, when they're talking about dive ribs, well, they see they need so much space. But to me, that amount of clobber is just huge, heavy and lots of clobber, and your life depends on some of it. So yeah, not something I will be doing. Happy with me snorkeling. There's a nice little beach here at Carmen, Porto Carmen. But again, you can see the sea's roughed up a little bit. Going in and out of there is not the world's easiest thing. No thank you, I don't want one. And then at the market, mate, I don't want one off you. No swimming there, but people take no notice. To eat if you do come to Calero. Beautiful views, as you can see. They do all the normal seafood stuff here. One of the prettiest roundabouts, I think, on the island. And it's really looking nice and green. We're now heading down to where we heading now indoors.
Got toothache. Porto del Carmen.
She's got toothache. She's had toothache most of the holiday because the dentist told her it was alright. And it isn't. So she's going back when we get back. Right old bummer it's been, but there we are. She don't complain or make a fuss. There indoors, apart from having toothache, is insisted on beer. We've ordered a light lunch of a tapas between the two of us. And as is traditional, we do the tapas flyover.
Fishing from Moira. Oh, take a picture.
Through it. Indoors is getting through it, look.
Not just me, you are.
She's a hogging it. That beautiful view to be sitting there. 22 euros, look, there it is. That should be a good those meat ones. That's duly stuffed down, and now we both feel like blown toads. So we're going back to our apartments for a swim. Well, not at the apartments, you understand. In the sea. To the beach, near our apartments. Have a swim in the sea. We do go in the pool a bit, but not that much. We certainly don't sit around the pool. I can't be doing with sitting around the pool. It's what you like, fine, but flipping heck. Oh, there's our car.